Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And today, or should I say very late last night, I finally got Palpatine to 7 stars. Yes, I beat the timeline. So we have less than 1 day from the time I'm speaking right now to get Emperor Palpatine, star him up, all that fun stuff. And last night, I finally got Biggs to 7 stars. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to get Emperor Palpatine. The first 6 tiers to me with my Rebel Squad staying constant were actually fairly easy. Tier 7 gave me quite a hard time. I spent at least probably an hour with my squad trying to defeat Palpatine because Vader is added in the Tier 7 version compared to the previous 6 where you just have Emperor Palpatine and some beefy Royal Guards. So what we're going to do today is I'm gonna play some of the later gameplay of my hour-long marathon trying to unlock Palpatine, kind of showing you me struggling so you can kind of learn what I'm doing wrong, and then I'm going to give you tips on what was successful for me in the end. So we're going to start from the beginning. I may have mentioned this before in a video, but I want to give you the tips right now on how to unlock Emperor Palpatine, whether you only have 1 day left, or if this is going to come back later on, I want to make sure you are prepared to get him. So tip number 1, let's talk about farming. I probably mentioned this in when I first saw Emperor Palpatine in my first video regarding him, but my tips in farming Emperor Palpatine is you want to get these rebel characters that are actually good. Compared to like previous events like Yoda, a lot of people farmed bad Jedi characters like myself. I farmed Mace Windu, who even though they got a buff, they are still not that amazing. I farmed Eth Koth, who still wasn't, still not amazing at all. Kind of a waste of resources in my opinion. Luckily, Rebels are in a very, very great spot. They are very successful, they're very strong, and they're just really good in a lot of things. I see them in Arena, you see Leia a lot, you see Lando a lot, you see Stormtrooper Han a lot, and you're starting to see Biggs a lot too. Wedge, in case you guys did not know, it was told in a Reddit post that Wedge will be free to play in a Cantina node starting next month sometime. So I know that's not in time for the deadline for Emperor Palpatine, but in case he is being released later on, I highly, highly suggest you get him because he is an absolute monster in Arena. So, but let's say you only have 1 day left to unlock Emperor Palpatine. Who should you get? Admiral Akbar is he's a really easy character to farm. He's in Squad Arena, so he was actually the first Rebel character I unlocked. At least the first Rebel character I got the 7 stars, mainly because of the raid. I needed a good cleanser, and he does a good job. He should be the leader, unless you have Wedge, he should be the leader to lead your rebels into Emperor Palpatine's quarters to take him out. You're going to get a lot of bonus attacks, you're going to get a lot of he also gives you additional speed, so you're going to try to get in there, do it fast, and get out before it gets crazy. So Admiral Akbar, in my opinion, for the free-to-play player, as of this point, should be your leader. Next up, you should definitely get Stormtrooper Han. I've mentioned this many times. He is a fantastic character. For a little bit of time in Arena, I took him out of my squad, and I had Rey in my Emperor Palpatine video in Arena. If you watch that, I actually put him back in. He is just way too good. If he taunts really early, he's going to get everyone going. But for the purposes of this event, he's definitely a great character. I gave him his mods back, and he was back to 200 speed for this event, mainly because the Emperor Palpatine and Vader, they're so fast in Tier 7. Vader goes like 4 times in a row at the beginning, then Palpatine follows up with like a 2 or 3 or 4 attacks. So Stormtrooper Han's going to kind of direct their attention to him while the rest of the crew is doing work, because the whole point of Stormtrooper Han is to make sure the others don't die fast enough. Like Princess Leia definitely needs Stormtrooper Han, Admiral Akbar needs Stormtrooper Han. So, and as you know, when Stormtrooper Han gets damaged, the rest of your squad gets bonus turn meter, which is great. So you're going to try to get more attacks off on these very difficult characters here. Next character, Princess Leia. The second she became free to play, I just got on that and farmed her all the way to 7 stars. And you should too. She's a great character, great Rebel individual, and she was the one who clutched this event for me. If you towards the end of the video, you will see me barely win. I was at like 50% health, and Leia came in with a triple shot on Darth Vader, and we won. If she didn't get that 3rd shot in, I would have lost, and this video would have been even longer. So fortunately, Leia came through, and I highly suggest you get her. She's free to play. She's not too bad to farm. She needs like 2 furnaces and stuff like that. And but yeah, also talking about gear, people said they have these characters, but they're having a hard time winning this event. My tip for you is gear them up. The main difficulty people have is they have the characters, but they're not geared up. You need the protection, you need the additional health with the star count, and you need the extra damage that comes along with gearing up your character. So Stormtrooper Han, he's at max gear at gear 11. Leia's also at her maximum gear level, and Admiral Akbar is the only, well, I shouldn't say the only, but he's at gear 8, so he was under geared for this event, which turned out to be okay. It's mainly Stormtrooper Han and Leia that's doing all the work, in my opinion, and Admiral Akbar is just that support to make sure the team's getting cleansed, make sure you're getting additional attacks off, all that fun stuff. So he's there as your main support. And my other 2 guys, Lando and Biggs, Biggs was at gear level 2, and Lando I think was at maybe 5 or something like that, and they were only at level 60. So those 2, I didn't really care about it for this event. They were just mainly there to let me be accessible to that event. So so yeah, going on from there, so we talked about Leia, Stormtrooper Han, Admiral Akbar, Lando. When I was trying to pick out my 4th and 5th character that I needed to farm for this event, I was kind of unsure. I already had Luke Skywalker at 5, and I was like, it would be a much faster farm for Luke Skywalker. But looking into the long run, Lando is just absolutely amazing at this point. And so that's kind of why I went with him. And plus, he's very, very easy to farm. Not a hard farm whatsoever. His energy in Cantina is only 8, which is very low. So I was able to spam it constantly. And when I started farming Lando, which was last Tuesday, I didn't even have a single shard of him, I think. I think maybe I had 10 of them or something like that. I was able to get him to 7 stars by just today on Sunday. So that's because I was spamming the Cantina energy. And if you guys know, right around the time of this event, they lowered the Cantina energy refresh cost, which was great. So I think I was doing about 4 refreshes in Cantina. It made me broke. All the crystals I saved up, they were gone. I'm only at 100 today. Yeah, so I was able to unlock him really fast, and he's a great character. I'm seeing a very strong synergy when he's working with Wedge, and he's pretty deadly in Arena. Sometimes he just spams his AoE in Arena, and he just kills all your characters in a couple seconds. So definitely get him. If you're in a situation like I was myself, it's not worth going ahead and just doing Luke Skywalker. He's not that good right now. I'm not sure if he will be good, but Lando is great. And then moving on, Biggs, ever since his rework with Wedge, he is a very good character. I mean, he's not going to demonstrate it in this video because he's very under-geared. He's only at gear 2. I'm surprised he didn't die sooner. But yeah, Wedge is great. Biggs is great. Especially if you're going to get Wedge later on, that's the combo to have. And in Arena, it's pretty deadly, especially since he has a lot of anti-Empire unique moves and stuff like that. It's going to come in handy with Palpatine being almost everywhere in Arena, especially the top section of Arena. So yeah, those are the characters I recommend you farm. And of course, my guide's going to change when Wedge comes out. I honestly think you should try to fit Wedge into your farming guide for this event. He's going to be great coming out. So yeah, moving on, tips for getting Emperor Palpatine. And I'm going to mainly gear this towards tier 7. The first 6 tiers is mainly just shoot whomever. Usually in the first 6 tiers with the characters I have at my level in gear, I would just, get Emperor Palpatine to 50% health. Guards with taunt, that's no big deal. You take him out, and then Emperor Palpatine, he's gone by then. Tier 7 is a much different story. If you notice, when they're doing their attack on everyone between Vader and Emperor Palpatine, they're getting lots and lots of health. And the Royal Guards, they're not going to be that fast to take out if you kind of see how it's going for me. So what you have to do is take out the guards first, because if you don't, you're going to get Emperor Palpatine or Vader to 50% health. Guards are going to taunt, and then they're going to heal themselves to almost 100% due to Emperor Palpatine's self-heal, due to their AoE. They get like 5,000 health per enemy they attack. So it would be just wasted work, and you're starting from scratch, and you only have 2 characters left because they obliterated you. So take out the guards first. And again, this might be different if you have a very awesome squad. I only had 2 amazing characters here, so it might differ, but I'm thinking for the grand majority of you want to take out the guards first. When you take out the guards, then move on to, my opinion is Emperor Palpatine. Go on to him first, take him out, because he is going to self-heal, he is going to shock you to death, And one time he went like 5 times in a row and just killed my last character, and I didn't even get a chance to attack. So Emperor Palpatine's the next person on your list. And then finally, get Darth Vader out of there. He is pretty brutal here. He is going to get a lot of attacks off, but I'm not seeing him being as much of a threat as Emperor Palpatine at this point. And then I believe I believe also that when I tried the other way around, when I went against Vader first and then Emperor Palpatine, yeah, that just didn't work out too well. I got Vader out, then Emperor Palpatine was stunning my characters. He was shocking my characters, and it just wasn't working out too well. So, but yeah, those are my tips for this Tier 7 event, and it's definitely worth it. Yoda at this point, I was very excited to get Yoda at first, but his value quickly diminished, and he wasn't actually that amazing for me when he was amazing for about a week or two in Arena, but Emperor Palpatine is absolutely amazing. Arena, as well as Galactic War. I'm going to bring Galactic War gameplay to you guys with my 6-star Emperor Palpatine, and I was able to complete all of Galactic War with the same characters, and I did not lose 1%, even 1% of health. I lost some protection, but I did not lose any health whatsoever. A lot of characters still had most of their protection left over, and it's all because of Palpatine going ahead and shocking everyone at the beginning and making life easy. So there you guys go. You see me, I just got my 7-star Palpatine, or else I'm trying to find him right now so I can 7-star him. I had to take off his mods and give him to Han. But guys, it is so worth it. This was a fun event in my opinion. I hope you guys who didn't get him, I hope you guys are able to get him for the next time around. But let me know if these tips helped you out. I really want to know. This was a really good event, really great character. So guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk again later. Peace out.